Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, this is kind of a controversial subject, but it does have to do with the royal family, and that is the bloodline of the royal family. Now, the royal family has changed over the years. Anyways, I'm using the Knights Templar Tarot because of the bloodline. We have Tudors, we have Stuarts, we have Jacobites, we have the Dutch. King William was came over. We have a German influence, but maybe there is a reason why they are called blue bloods, right? Do they have more oxygen in their blood? Do they not have enough oxygen in their blood? Are they of the same blood type? Ooh, 5 of Swords. I think there's 5 different families. So 5 different bloodlines. That's very, very controversial that they are actually the same bloodline as Jesus. I'm not too sure if anybody knows exactly what the bloodline is of the royal family. Are they Rh negative? That's controversy too. If you're Rh negative, you are of the bloodline of Jesus. And I've also heard if you're a B blood type, doesn't matter if you're positive or negative, then you're of the bloodline of Jesus. Like, okay, until we get actually a blood sample from Jesus, I don't know if we can make that assumption. But let's see. The bloodline of the royal family. Is there a thread? Why do they call them blue bloods? Is there a bloodline of the royal family? And is that why they interbred so much for many years, to keep the bloodline pure? You always hear that, to keep the bloodline pure. So let's find out. The bloodline of the royal family. The sacred bloodline of the royal family. Like even Queen Elizabeth and Philip were second cousins. The bloodline of the royal family. The bloodline of, do they have a special bloodline? Does the royal family have a special bloodline? Does the royal family have a special bloodline? Cards are ready. Ooh, 10 of Cups in reverse. That's not a good sign. 4 of Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse. And you know, it was interesting. I was going to say we'd be looking for cups because cups are blood when you're doing health readings. 2 of Cups. Look at all the cups. And the Star in reverse. Something about Diana here. Queen of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse, 2 of Cups. You know, they said Diana actually brought more British. Look at that. The clock agrees with me. Diana actually brought more British blood to the bloodline than Charles did. I wonder if that's what the cards are trying to tell us. That no, this family didn't have any. And right, the Windsors are German. Right from Queen Victoria to her and Albert. Were they German? Or Albert was, for sure. Huh. This here, 4 of Cups, could be telling me that they wouldn't accept outside blood. Remember, I was saying they would keep their bloodline within their own group, and that's what this 4 of Cups is telling me. That they would refuse outside blood. I'm thinking here, I think they got a refresher from Diana. I think it's Diana's blood that actually has the strongest bloodline in it. Let's keep reading. Two of Swords. Yeah, you know, they wouldn't even look at other people outside the royal family. When the Hierophant in reverse, on top of the Queen of Cups in reverse. Whoa, gotta see the next one. Two of Pentacles on top of the Two of Cups. I'm wondering if oh my God, I don't know how to say this out loud. We have two, two, two. I'm wondering if Diana actually was chosen to add more for the royal blood. I'm wondering. I just find it suspicious that Charles was dating her sister first, and I know they're closer in age, but Diana was so much younger than him. I'm almost getting that he almost had no choice but to um, procreate with her. I mean, some of the rumors that she was just a handmaid might be true. She could have been used for her bloodline. And therefore now the next king is it's going to adjust the bloodline, right? Because William will have Diana's bloodline. Got a lump in my throat. 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, the release of a burden. Eight of Cups upright. Something was missing. I'm actually thinking, let's see what the last card is. The Fool. Yes. They needed Diana's bloodline, or like a royal bloodline, or right, because the Queen Mother, she wasn't of royal stock. Of course, and the other ones, they weren't in line for the throne per se, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, they had to inject fresh blood. Oh, what's underlying here? Seven of Cups. Yeah, a bit of a gaslighting going on. The Chariot, there's William. There's William. He's going to start a whole new generation of fresh royal blood. I think the Windsor group from Victoria, and because remember, even Mary was from Denmark. Queen Mary, she was from Denmark. She was Mary of Teck. We have, so I'm wondering if it was getting really diluted, so they needed this kick. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Diana did, because here's William. William will be the next king that has the most royal blood in him in the Brit for a very long time, right? Because Charles is his dad was Greek or Greece, but I don't know if that was if that's DNA. I'm not too sure. But William will be the next big one, the Empress in reverse. And then, you know what? Here we go with Catherine again. Catherine doesn't have that royal blood. So they might have to inject again. George might not have his choice of who he gets married. Maybe that's why Charles couldn't marry Camilla. They've been, the firm thinks of these things. These things are thought of that behind the scenes. That's why you need the Queen's permission who you're going to marry. It's not out of courtesy, it's out of bloodline. And I think the thing is that that Catherine, because I think again they're going to have to look for new brides for the sons. Here's the two boys. I will be interested to see who George marries. Six of Swords in reverse. And Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's going to be unbalanced again. Look at both sixes are in reverse. It's going to unbalance again. It is something that they're quite concerned about. Yeah, William will be the next king with the most royal blood. Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. King of Swords in reverse. Look at all the big players. Knight of Pentacles. Look at all the big players in reverse. We have a knight, we have a knight, we have an emperor, we have a king, we have a knight. Look at all the male parts of this puzzle. So is the royal blood passed on through the mother? All these men that are in reverse. So the king doesn't have as much. Knight of Pentacles. Now Harry, again, Harry and William are upright. They have the most royal blood in them right now. The Hermit in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Look at all these players, all these men that are in reverse. Seven of Pentacles and Strength. There's the royal family. And Temperance in reverse. I'm wondering if that's why they interbreed. And I'm wondering if, like, they actually have a list of who's the most British or has the highest royal blood and what are they looking for. But they definitely have plans here to keep it strong. And the way they go about it isn't very nice. Women are chosen. Let me see. Are women, is it, and that's the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is the Ace of Cups, the uterus. Did I figure it out? Is the royal blood, is it passed on? The royal bloodline, is it passed on through the women? Is it passed on through the women? Is the royal bloodline passed on through the women? Is the royal bloodline passed on through the women? Is the royal bloodline passed on through the females? Is the royal bloodline passed on through the females? Is the royal bloodline passed on through the females? Cards are ready. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Swords. Queen of Wands. Five of Wands. Look at the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords fighting. The Chariot in reverse. Now, this Five of Pentacles, this tells me that's when the women are invited in. This Knight of Swords could be, almost forced. Five of Wands, the Chariot. The Moon. King of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. They may be I'm getting that, yeah, because you know what? The Ace of Wands upright is the phallic symbol, and here it is in reverse. And the King of Cups is in reverse, but the Queen of Wands is upright. And I'm getting that the women are invited in. They know who the women are, and they're invited in. Ten of Swords. Page of Cups in reverse. Well, that's a pregnancy card, but that's in reverse. I'm wondering if, stay with me here, adjust your tinfoil hat. The women don't have a choice who they're inseminated with. Yeah, Two of Swords there in reverse. that, even though they're married, what's fascinating is Sophie and Edward had IVF, and I've done a reading like, are the Windsor men sterile? And because there's always been rumors, and I think it was like somebody, a psychic said Diana told her that Charles wasn't the father of the children, um, and another psychic has said that. And when I've done a reading with Philip, he said he's not the father. Keep looking. So he didn't confirm that Charles was. I'm wondering if these women are brought in and they have no choice or no control who they're inseminated with. So, it might be they're married to Charles, but somebody else provided the male aspect. There it is, Empress, pregnant with possibilities. Yes, 100%. They are looking for the female. They want the female. It's not the male. The Ace of Wands here in reverse. And the King of Cups here in reverse. If the King of Cups was upright, that's different. But it's in reverse next to the Ace of Wands. I'm getting that their husbands don't get them pregnant. At least in modern times, when they know a little bit about blood. But they would have also known about that in ancient times. That's why people had last names Anderson, Johnson, right? That whose son is this? Now, of course, back then they didn't have DNA or blood tests, but you just would hope that the mother was telling the truth who the father was. Because a lot of that went on too. There it is, the Empress. I don't have to go any further. But I think that they didn't have a choice who the male part of it was. So long story short, is there a bloodline? Yes. William is the next one who has the strongest part of the bloodline. I think Diana was brought in to carry the babies, to provide the DNA, to provide the blood. And that's why Charles wasn't allowed to marry Camilla. Camilla didn't have the right blood. And I'm no means saying that once they were done with Diana, they disposed of her. I honestly believe that it would have been a marriage like Grace Kelly and the Prince of Monaco had, and just the same one as Charlene has with her husband. I honestly believe they thought she was royal enough to have a royal marriage. I do not believe that they tried to kill her. I honestly don't. So I'm not saying that at all. At all. I'm just saying that they're very well aware of royal bloodlines, and they're very well aware of that it comes through the mother. Interesting. I want you to think of something. They say the royal bloodline comes through Jesus, and if Jesus was a Jew and the Jewish people have their bloodline runs through the mother. Think about that. Interesting. Now I got you something to think about. I know not everyone's going to like this reading, and that's okay because some of us do, right? Well, thank you very much for indulging me in this little mystery here. What do you think? Do you think there's a royal bloodline? Do you think there's a reason why they call it blue blood? Do you think there's a reason why for many centuries they kept it they would only marry each other? Please take good care. See you in the next one.